Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with you. Joining me tonight, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. Our buddy David Aldridge is on the sideline getting stories. And obviously the season's just begun, but never too soon to check out the power rankings. Let's see how these teams are stacking up. Look at the Lakers. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And checking out Chicago, they've sure made a statement here early on, outpacing some teams that were expected to be better, owning that top spot and defending it with pride.
A look at the Bulls starting lineup. Dosumu is out there with Buzelis. Then it's MP. Then it's Kobe White. And it's Williams at the 5. And for Milwaukee, the guard and off guard are Lillard and Trent. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. And it's Kuzma in at the 3. And on paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted. Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
Now, here's Dosumu. Here's Buzelis. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Buzelis showing a little bit of everything with that quick release.
Lillard outside. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Williams. MP inside. That shot no good. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Now, MP, after the missed 3 from Lopez, and stolen by Lillard. Unloads from 9. That one a little long. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They are tearing through the league right now with 15 wins in a row.
Well, just to be able to be on the call and see these guys in person is a real treat. They've been the talk of the NBA during this streak. The question now becomes, can they sustain the focus and level of intensity? They are looking quite comfortably in control, so it's going to be interesting to see.
Nobody near Lillard. A three-pointer off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And there's Buzelis on the assist by MP. Buzelis has got 5 now. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. The wide open look here for Kuzma. Milwaukee, no good that time either. So the Bulls, their last game, a win against the Detroit Pistons. Dosumu, the pass to Williams. From 10 feet out. And the shot no good, a bit short. And so it's Trent with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. Trailing by 2. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace.
Substitution on the court.
Down low, here's Rollins. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post positions. Porter is out there with Rollins. And it's Green in at the 3 slot. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
Strong work down low from MP. He doesn't let aggressive defense throw him off his game.
Portis a screen on Giddey. Williams with the steal. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. It's stolen by Green. Giddey against Portis. Floats it up for Giannis. That shot misses.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
Porter passes to Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
MP looking around. MP finds a gap. It's good. MP.
Well, the defense did everything they could there, but his skills as a finisher, wow.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Giannis against Williams. They get it again. Giannis with the slam.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
Here's MP. Rebounded by the Bucks. Giannis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. On the wing, Green. MP against Rollins. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Trent's checked in for Kevin Porter. And Lillard subbed in for Rollins. Osumu, he's checked in for Chicago. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. It's important to remember Damian Lillard was a 2-star prospect coming out of high school in Oakland. He says that the doubt I faced, what I found is I have true belief in myself. I poured a lot in and just continued to work. That's why when I struggle, I never waver because I know that I'm true to it. Eventually, I'm going to have my time. Kevin?
I think they call that Dame time. Hey, David, thank you. White the pass to Osumu. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Here's MP, and there's the drive. Misses the layup. Bucks have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually play. I couldn't. So, you know.
Well, you're not being fair to yourself now. Come on.
Billy was a great college player. And I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most underrated coach in the NBA. This guy's a surefire Hall of Famer. Back-to-back national titles in college. And then you look at the consistent success.
Oh, what a move!
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Milwaukee in the lead. Lillard, the pass to Lopez. And he uses the glass on the lane. Lopez has got his 3rd basket of the night.
And I love it when Lopez attacks inside. Even with contact, he can find a way to score.
A nice shot by MP.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. The teardrop. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Bucks lead by 1. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee.
Thanks for joining us. We've got the Milwaukee Bucks in a tight ball game at the end of the half.
The energy in their hometown is electric, man. You can tell these players are loving the positive attitudes and feeding off them. I expect them to sustain this enthusiasm.
Yeah, I mean, these fans just love this team. And now, not a bad time to take a look at the schedule ahead.
And that game against the Hawks, on paper, these teams are pretty even. So what will be the determining factor there, Ernie? I'm not sure, but they got to avoid mental errors.
Shaq, you agree with Kenny?
Not on most things, but this case, yeah,
maybe.
Yes.
It took you too long.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are one or two of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
So for Chicago right now, Williams is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Dosumu. Then it's MP. And it's White in at the 2. Chicago trailing here. Back to MP. Inside. MP gets it.
Now, this is what we want from MP. Night after night, an energetic performance on the offensive end.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Back to Lillard. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th assist in this one. To the middle. Low block shot on the way. MP, no good. And so Lillard will bring it up for Milwaukee. Trent kicks to Giannis. Back to Trent. Giannis sets a screen for Trent. Offensive rebound. Using his size, Giannis!
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Here's White. He has yet to score. Here's MP. MP finishes inside.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Bucks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And staying a positive for the Bulls over the last couple seasons. They've really done a good job of taking care of the ball.
Yeah, Kevin, that's been an emphasis for them. You don't want to beat yourself. So you look up and down the roster, it's a pretty disciplined group. But it's also the kind of thing that can change from year to year.
MP showing you have to stay connected to him the moment he crosses half court.
Antetokounmpo passes to Lillard. It's Trent on the wing. White covering. Kuzma outside. Shot clock at 6. That's a 2 from Lillard. Rebound by Williams.
And that's one he wants back. Just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Buzelis' shot is good.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Lillard scanning the floor. They need this. And basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Some nights, Lillard can just keep going and going.
Out to the right wing. Back to MP. Williams dishes to MP. Count it, and the foul. It's on Damian Lillard.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Kevin Porter's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Chicago also making some changes. Horton Tucker's checked in for Patrick Williams. Josh Giddey comes in for Dosunmu. And Trey Jones subbed in for Kobe White. Lillard the pass to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
And even though Lopez has taken his game farther and farther from the basket, he can still punish you inside.
Goes up again, and MP with the layup. MP's got the lead up to 4 now for the Bulls. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Antetokounmpo passes to Porter. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Porter's got himself on the board with 3.
Porter Jr. has an impressive understanding for when to let that thing fly.
Count that bucket. And the Bulls lead by 3. And here's Porter. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Here's MP. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
On deep print, Buzelis grabs the board. Buzelis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. For Milwaukee, they've gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. It's stolen by Buzelis. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Poked away and stolen by Lillard. With 1 on the clock, the shot misses. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. It's Chicago. They're up by 1. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look.
It's the fourth quarter. We need you. Make some noise.
Substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Trent's checked in for Rollins. And Lillard subbed in for Kevin Porter. The Bulls also changing it up. Buzelis is checked in for Ball. Kobe White comes in for Kevin Huerter. And MP subbed in for Jones. The 3 from MP. MP drills the 3.
Well, they got their young star the ball, and it paid off. MP so clutch.
The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. The guard and off guard are Lillard and Trent. And it's Kuzma in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Not often you see him take that shot. Kuzma's got 5 points now this quarter.
And easy to see why they turn to Kuzma in these moments. They trust him to go get them.
And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Milwaukee.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And also, guys, how about the hustle we've seen on the boards? They're getting after it and cashing in on second chance scoring opportunities.
Here's Lillard, scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
And stolen by Lillard. Here's Trent. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Kobe White.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
A very successful visit to the line for him. Now this is a 2-possession game.
Lillard misses.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Dosunmu, the pass to MP. Dosunmu with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. And yes, it's good. MP's got 34 points.
Well, that's the guy you want with the ball. MP was ready, and he delivered.
Lopez, a screen on MP. There's Lillard. Money!
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Williams kicks to MP. Lets it go from deep. Good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
MP is a cool customer from 3. Great form from the up-and-coming player.
Lillard against MP. Lopez dishes to Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's White. Got it!
Well, he's the guy they want with the ball when it matters. White takes pride in that.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
The latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. He challenged his team. He said they're not going to give us this one. We have to take it from them, starting now. We'll see if that message resonated. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Guys, what are their best options now?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
All eyes on MP.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Pass to Lillard. Lopez with the ball. Here's Trent. Count it!
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Here's MP. Lets it go with a 3. Right between the eyes.
Just a humongous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range. Just in a groove now, and that trade has been deadly.
And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was.
Great win tonight, MP.
Like 39 last year, and it's likely to expand. I'd like to see each of us try to schedule 2 international visits next month. Talk to your teams and let me know how we should split our time.
Sounds good. Glad my itinerary set by Monday. Definitely Pacific guys, right? Developing our players.
I see a lot of people jumping on MP for all those turnovers, but everyone has bad games. Hoopers know. It's no big deal.
Crowd looks hyped tonight. Better come with it. Be about to tear the roof off.
Let's keep this winning streak going.
Hi, folks. The NBA regular season rolls on. This game, part of the NBA Cup. Here with the greats, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson, and Allie LaForce, our reporter. And let's take a look now at some numbers for Zach Riesesche.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level score than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Johnson at the 4 with Capella at the 5. Karis LeVert is out there with Trae Young. And it's Riesesche in at the 3. And for Chicago, MP is out there with Kobe White. Then it's Buzelis. Then there's Dosunmu. And it's Williams in at the 5. With a new season underway, what are some areas that are challenging for players to get used to again, Grant?
You know, B.A., I think being on the road again in general, making sure you continue to eat right, get the proper rest, getting into a routine as quickly as possible. That's what's the most challenging at first.
Here we go. And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. I got to say, the NBA Cup and its additional layer of excitement here early in the NBA season has really ramped up the stakes. I mean, this season, we even have MP laying down the decree. He's going to take his team all the way to the NBA Cup Finals and secure the title.
Each and every Cup game this season is going to be even more exciting, I think, than last year. Just look at the TV ratings on Cup games, and that tells the story. Fans love the added intrigue and, heck, throw in MP's stellar talent and his self-proclaimed quest for the Cup, and everyone is tuning in. I like how assertive MP is down there. No question that he's got the skills to score in the paint.
Young against MP, shoots from 12. Offensive rebound, Young can't get it. 0 for 3 in this one.
0 for 3, not the start they're looking for.
To the middle. And Williams punches it home.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
For Atlanta, they've gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Over the last few years, Atlanta struggled defensively, Grant.
Yeah, the Hawks haven't been better than 20th in defensive rating since 2017. They've had some great offensive teams during that time, but their defense has held them back.
MP finds White, banked it in off the glass.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
For Atlanta, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Outside Johnson. Here's Risache. He's covered by DeSumo. Oh, it's blocked by Williams.
Just 1 for 5. Not the start they were looking for. Obviously, there's still plenty of time to get on track.
There you go, MP. Hammer it home, young fella.
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Pass to Risache. Levert outside. Outside Young. Over MP. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
I really like that from Young. Hitting that tweener shot, making them guard you all around the floor.
To the paint. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Johnson. And now the Hawks on the break. Here's Capella. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
And you can tell they're in sync right now. Expertly turning the steal into fast break points.
MP no good. And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. Trailing by 2. Pass to Levert. Now Johnson. Here's Young. He nails it. And we're tied. Young's got 6.
Courageous play by Young. I mean, he goes inside and gets past the contact.
And the Hawks shooting around 50% in the game so far. All right, this is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second. We've got George Niang. He's out there with Risache. Onyeka Kongwu is out there with Terrence Mann. And it's Bufkin in at the point guard position. No good with the triple. And Chicago has possession. Boy, this team is on a heater right now. 16 wins in a row. And they've shown no signs of slowing down.
There is a lot of players who will say they don't take notice of a budding winning streak. But when it's double digits, everyone knows. Winning streaks are a lot harder than people think because every single team wants to be the one to take you down.
MP's gotten 3 of his 5 to go tonight. Pass to Risache. Niang outside. Chicago with a rebound. They defeated Milwaukee in their last game.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Coaches love that kind of showing offensively, especially on the road.
Man with it. Niang outside. 5 on the clock. The 3 from Risache. He buries it from 3. Risache's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Yeah, get used to seeing that. Risache will be nailing threes for many years to come.
MP finds ball. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 3 assists now in this one. The Hawks trailing. Pass to Okongwu. Niang outside. Puts up a 3. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
MP off target at the rim. Atlanta has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Here's Bufkin. That 3's off the mark.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
From deep, MP. It's rebounded by Risache. The Hawks have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, guys, in a year with no consensus #1 overall pick, Zachary Risache out of France, maybe not a surefire star, but certainly a player with a lot of talent, a 3-and-D prospect with the prototype length and size. The Hawks saw him as a plug-and-play addition to their roster. He should be making an instant impact, guys.
Absolutely. All right, Shams, thank you. Good stuff. A big group substitution. Through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Atlanta on top, up by 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hey folks, welcome. The Atlanta Hawks find themselves here in a close one at the half.
They've had the hot hand from deep. So I'm giving these guys the green light. Keep riding the perimeter game until they take it away.
And right now, let's see who's jostling for Rookie of the Year. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. MP really making a difference here.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Atlanta leading by 4. They've got Williams, Ayo out there with Buzelis. Then it's Kobe White, and it's MP in at the 1. That's the group for Billy Donovan, getting going here in the second half. The Bulls shooting at a 48% clip from the floor. Here's MP. Rebounded by Johnson. And the Hawks shooting only 42%. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Jalen Johnson is developing the complete game. He said, I watch the guys who do everything. That's my mindset. I want to be at least solid in every department. And then keep building on that, adding bits and pieces here and there. Brian, his versatility is already drawing attention league-wide.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Allie. Thank you. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
Dosunmu on the wing. Yet to see a basket. MP shot is off. Now LeVert. Pass to Johnson. Here's Risache. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
They're such a bruising physical player. Capella is often tough to guard without fouling.
It's his first trip to the line. And he knocks down the first one. He's perfect from the line this time.
They're one of the best rim runners in the game. Capella is underappreciated at times because he doesn't fit the mold of the modern big. But he rebounds, defends, and takes shots he knows he can make.
MP shot is good.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Well, Richard, during his 5th year in the NBA, Kobe White had a breakout season.
Doubling his numbers, BA, averaging around 20 points and 5 assists per game. Kobe's always been a great defensive player, but it's his offensive production that has really improved. And imagine how good they'll look if he can start to chip in a bit more offensively.
Williams passes to MP. Nice job by MP converting.
Scary to think how good MP might be in a few years.
LeVert outside. Pass to Capella. Here's Risache. Johnson with it. Here's Risache. Give him 8 points now. Young from long range. Atlanta again missing.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And here's MP from outside. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. And it's now just a 1-point Atlanta lead. And Young has got the ball here for the Atlanta Hawks. Looking ahead, they've got the Mavericks coming to town for their next one. And that's a 1-game homestand for the club. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He wants to review the game plan. And a new group getting ready for Chicago. Gordon Tucker, he's checked in for Will. And here's a Kongwu. Outside man, pass to Matthews to take the lead. And Atlanta misses again. Chicago's shooting has been great, 57%, and finding ways to score consistently. On the floor for Atlanta, Larry Nance is out there with Onyeka Kongwu. Then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Matthews in at the 1. Here's a Kongwu. Williams defending. Puts it up from 12. Chicago with a rebound. White's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's MP. Oh, MP makes him pay at the other end.
When it comes to changing ends, MP does it like only a young man can.
Pass to Gay. Man with it. To the inside. Tipped. Fires for 3. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got 5 rebounds in the game. Beyond the arc. And MP gets it to go on the assist from Giddey. And it's a 5-point Bulls lead.
How about the confidence right there by young MP just stepping right into that 3.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Ellis checked in for Chicago. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey guys, well, Quinn Snyder was just reviewing the plan with the team. And a big reason their team is down, the 3-point line. Coach saying in the huddle, we have to battle on the perimeter. They're outplaying us from the arc. Guys?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. LeVert outside. And it's Dosunmu with a rebound. Bulls leading by 5. MP finds Williams. Back to MP. And that's collected by Trae Young. Atlanta's gone 0 for 3 here in the 4th. Here's LeVert. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Oh, they've done a lot of damage in transition. Every time they see a chance to push the tempo, they're gone.
Also, lots of hustle on the offensive end. Following shots and creating tons of second chance opportunities. Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
Here's MP. Oh, look at MP doing his thing down there.
That is a play that is beyond his years. MP takes the contact and still gets it to fall.
Outside Young, and the foul called on MP. That's his first foul.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Here's Young. Drives to the hoop. The shot's good.
You see the trust Young's guys have in him. When they need a bucket, he gets it for them.
Inside, here's MP. MP, the flush.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Pass to Rizachet. Outside Johnson. There's the triple. And it's Rizachet with a three.
How about the rookie, Zachary Rizachet, delivering a timely bucket?
DeSumo with it. Now LeVert defending. Here's MP. Takes the hit. MP still gets it to go.
Oh boy, did MP's team need that basket. Already proven he can come up big in his young career.
And that one's good. Young.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Oh, man. Massive points from Buzelis. Yes.
Here's Young. Fearless from Young inside.
Showing off the dribble moves. Able to create for himself. I love it.
Here's Buzelis. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play.
Defensive foul. First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Bulls.
And that one misses.
Well, Mattis Buzelis certainly has good size, but what catches my eye are his skills. He can handle the ball and make smart decisions on the floor, which is important for a rookie.
MP no good. And Young has got the ball here for the Hawks. Got a piece of it. MP with it. And it's Young picking him up. And here's the fast break. Here's White. And the baseline jumper goes down. And the Bulls lead by 7.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. 43 seconds left in the fourth. Young from long range. Buzelis grabs the board.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for rain. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
That one drops for him. And now it's a 9-point Bulls lead.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
24 seconds left in the game. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
Williams. No good there. Johnson with the defensive effort. Lets it go from deep. And here's MP from outside. No good. So the Bulls win it. And with tonight's win, they're now 2-0 in the NBA Cup.
Yeah, just a fantastic start to the group stage. They're in the driver's seat in this group. A strong finish, and they'll advance.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Keep it up, MP. Keep chopping wood.
Good game, MP.
a good team, but we got you. So we're going to win.
We know MP came ready to play. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at Memphis. They're sixth best right now, looking to make a move up in the standings.
And I think for Memphis, most of the preseason predictions were right on the money when it came to them. I mean, a playoff contender, but not necessarily championship caliber.
Well, sometimes those teams that are on the edge can be the most dangerous. They play like they have something to prove.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant is the point, with Bane out on the wing. Gigi Jackson is out there with Wells, and it's Edey in at the 5. And for the Bulls, Dosumu is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Kobe White. Then there's Patrick Williams. And it's MP in at the point guard position. And through this early portion, Greg, of the season, we've had our fair share of surprises. Here we go.
Yeah, it's fun to see the preseason predictions go up in flames, right? Every year it feels like we have at least one team that overachieves and shocks us all.
Outside, Bane. And it's White with the rebound. And so White will bring it up for Chicago. And this team has been on a very impressive 17-game winning streak. They are red hot right now.
Well, just to be able to be on the call and see these guys in person is a real treat. They've been the talk of the NBA during this streak. The question now becomes, can they sustain the focus and level of intensity? They are looking quite comfortably in control, so it's going to be interesting to see.
Now here's White, following the miss by Ja Morant. The 3 from MP. His first shot is a miss, 0 for 1 to start the contest. So, Stan, let me take you back to the 95-96 NBA season. It was your first year as an NBA assistant. And, of course, the Bulls winning 72 games in that season. Unbelievable.
They were incredible, but one of my great memories in that season, the day of the trade deadline, we sent out 5 guys, brought in 5 new guys. We had to play the Bulls that night. Only one of those players made it in. We had only 8 guys available, some guys who had hardly played for us. Rex Chapman had an unbelievable game, and we beat Michael Jordan's Bulls on that night.
Oh, what a great story.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They, right now, are searching for a bucket.
To the inside. And the layup's good off the glass. Morant's got his second basket.
And no problem for Morant that close to the hoop. Once he gets inside, he makes it look easy.
Here's MP, and MP throws it down.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Jackson passes to Wells. 6 to shoot. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Yeah, there have been very few players at 6'2" who've played above the rim like Morant.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Desmond Bane.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And the shot is good. MP's got his second bucket of the night.
The desire to win, it fuels MP. He doesn't let anything get in his way.
Morant against MP. Now here's Morant. Defense is right there. It's hauled in by the Bulls. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Tremendous poise on the offensive end. Overall, they did not settle for bad shots.
No, you're not going to lose many games shooting the percentage they did. That takes a disciplined effort.
And Morant's got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. Last time they met was in Memphis.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Yeah, it wasn't their finest hour or finest 2 hours. It has to be a matter of pride for them this time.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bane seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable.
Timeout called here by Billy Donovan. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. For the 3, the Grizzlies with another miss. Bulls trail by 5, so the Grizzlies 5 right now. Kennard is out there with Morant. Then there's Wells. Then there's Marvin Bagley. And it's Edey in at the pivot, manning the middle.
That's a smart shot. I love seeing MP take the 3 in that situation.
Pass to Edey. Outside, Bagley. 5 on the clock. Kennard for 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Mark said, I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. Here's MP. MP working it inside.
The motor of MP. This guy loves to win, loves to compete.
Pass to Kennard. .152 left to play in the first half. Morant, a tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Morant's got 10.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Fast break, here we go. Wells kicks to Morant. A three-pointer is right on target. Morant's got the lead up to 7 now for the Grizzlies. And for the Grizzlies, 2024 stand was marked by an unprecedented amount of injuries.
Well, Kevin, they used 51 different starting lineups. That's the most in NBA history, and they were also forced to use 12 injury hardship exceptions. That is just incredible.
And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And look at how the hustle game. Leading the charge, guys, for Memphis. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the half, as we first take a quick glance at the injury report from around the league.
Listen, everyone has to step up to fill in for Kawhi. Really at both ends. No more counting on Leonard for the big stops.
Also, who do you go to at the end of games? Leonard's as clutch as they come.
Well, who's ever's on the floor, Ernie. Got to go to somebody.
And let's take a look back at the first half. The Bulls are in a close one.
Well, they're not settling for long jumpers. They're getting the ball into the paint. And you know I love that.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, you know what? I played with Akeem, too. I liked it.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Williams is out there with Buzelis. Then it's MP. Then there's Dosunmu, and it's White in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Back to MP. Close in, no stopping MP.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
Memphis has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Bane kicks to Morant. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
Williams dishes to MP. And it's good. Assisting in the play was Williams. MP's got 8 here in the quarter.
And being able to spot up for that jump shot is really a skill MP has improved.
Pass to Wells. Back to Morant. And the foul called on MP. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Jackson a screen on White. And a wide open look for Payne. And it's off from three-point range. To the paint. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. MP, no good.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Morant outside. Driving inside. It's blocked.
Making good use of his length. Buzelis able to track down the block that
time. On defense, the Bulls, they lead by 1. They grabbed their own miss, 80, and finally they hit one.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Wells. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Inside, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
So for the Bulls, Kevin Herter, he's checked in for Patrick Williams. And Josh Giddey's subbed in for Dosunmu. And Memphis also making a switch. Kennard, he's checked in for Jackson. Here's MP. Uses the glass to finish the lead. MP's got the lead up to 1 now for the Bulls.
Well, that's on the defense. How did they let MP get deep positioning like that?
Outside, Payne. Pass to Kennard. Morant with a wide open look. Morant with another miss.
Well, and after making just one triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
Back to MP. No good from outside.
He's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the...
What's this thing out?
Chicago leading, so on the floor for Memphis. We've got Vince Williams. Kennard is out there with John Morant. And it's Huff in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead.
Here's Stephens. Pass to Morant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by MP. Chicago leading by 5. To the paint. MP converting the top bucket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Morant. It's rebounded by Giddey. Giddey's got 4 rebounds in this game. Back to MP. MP going right to the rim.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
And if you're going to pull away, now is the time to do it. Time to finish the game strong.
Huff passes to Morant. Over MP. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to go on Dosunmu.
Yeah, Morant is just a force of nature. Exceedingly difficult to guard him without foul.
Buzelis is checked in for Chicago. Grizzlies making a switch here. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. Well, during the break, I was able to catch what the Grizzlies coach was talking about with his team. Now, he begged his guys to get after it on the break. He said, let's keep up the tempo, guys. You know how dangerous we are on the break. Be confident with the ball. Take risks. Move it, guys.
Okay, David, thanks. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Crosses over. Morant with a terrific move in the bucket. Morant's got 12 points here in the second half.
Wow, it's like Ja has the ball on a string.
MP, it's good.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And stolen by MP. And here we go. MP heading to the hoop.
And MP put his youth to work there. Gets the ball and outruns everyone down the floor.
Memphis has gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. And the foul called on MP. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Well, Stan, I know you made the transition from college to the NBA as a coach and were successful, but how hard is that transition for the players to go from college to the pro?
It's an incredible transition, Kevin. In college, let's think about it. The very best teams may have 2 or 3 NBA caliber players. You know how many NBA players are on NBA teams? 15 of them. And the pace of the game, everything happens faster. So all of your reads and decisions have to happen faster. That's what I think takes the time more than the skills themselves.
And it's time for an injury report.
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Grizzlies' head athletic trainer. He said he has a dislocated kneecap, which is incredibly painful, to say the least. It's tough news for the momentum of the team at this stage of the season. That's all we've got for now. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thanks for checking in. On top of it as always.
It's interesting. Even with the advancements in strength and conditioning, injuries continue to impact the game.
Well, this is a high-impact sport, and the league continues to get bigger and faster.
Here's MP. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
I love the determination that MP showed there. He is developing into an absolute bulldog.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bulls.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And you can't ignore their passing. All game long, they've done a great job of just delivering the ball in rhythm right where it needs to be.
And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Morant.
Well, that's why you give Morant the ball down the stretch. He does not fear the big moments.
Right the pass to Dosunmu. And here's NP for 3. And Bane pulls it down. And so it's Bane with it. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant.
Well, Morant's built to go and showing what he's made of here in the clutch.
It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bane.
Well, that's just a careless pass. He's lucky that was just deflected and not picked off.
There's 47 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
Yeah, look, it's not always about height. He's showing he wants those balls.
Kennard kicks to Bane. No good. That would have tied it. And the Bulls with possession. A 3 from MP. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. Memphis with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run right now. Leading. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line. And clearly not affected by the moment.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him get the game.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2.
Big moment for the young MP.
So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
That was a giant trip to the line.
The Grizzlies call timeout. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick one.
There's 18 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Grant, good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2.
Well, what I love about MP is he's always working on his game. Every day, year-round.
The Grizzlies call timeout. And what's their best move at this point?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick one.
from the baseline. And it's White with the rebound. Pass to MP. MP going in strong. It's off. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And that about wraps it up. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Okay then, that's how we stand on business.
They call this place the phone booth. So dial up a dummy.